our process was very unique and very imperfect for a specific time, like the music box era. That was when I feel, we did some of our best work together. So as I continue to try to infuse more of what I really loved, it's not that I didn't love the music box album, or that I didn't love some of the songs we did, specifically where we would take, let's say, the bridge of a certain song, because I would hear things that an average person who's just a regular player that doesn't know as many chords and doesn't understand, where I might be going, if that makes sense. Meaning in my head, I'll hear like the bridge needs to go into like the Whenever You Call bridge. It's a very unexpected turn, or like on a song like Everything Fades Away. Baby, don't tell me you miss. Another one which didn't get onto the actual the US album, but was on the rarities, which for some reason doesn't count as an album to the corporates. I'm not sure why they're not counting that one. Could we look into that? I don't know why. But anyway, Walter we would end up going places that were unique in that way, I think. But when it came to Butterfly, and even at the end of Daydream, like I had to really be like, look, I don't want the sitar to happen every 4 bars on this record. I don't want all this extra production. We need to strip this down. I'm really hearing it with like the beginning being like a needle drop on the record. And I wanted to feel 70s. I wanted to feel textured. I don't want it to feel slickly produced. That's not what this song is going to be. That's not what this song means to me. And, I was the one writing the lyrics and the melody, but I, of course, was also co-producing, which took me a while to even get credit for. At that time, getting into the Butterfly era, I did I was kind of outgrowing that moment with Walter, and it's no offense to him. It's just that on a song like Close My Eyes, I prefer to say, hey, like maybe the track masters should do this beat, even though it doesn't sound like a beat, like it's not a hip-hop record, but I wanted the sound to feel less 90s, early 90s, even though we were still there. I didn't want them to feel predictable or deliberately pop, or like, redundant with a lot of other things that they could have sounded like. Do you know what I mean? So I had to really, it was difficult to go there with him, but I feel like the end result was worth it. And I also collaborated with a lot of other, people. So that was the thing that I think, and that for me, I love the album Butterfly so much, and I'm happy to be celebrating these 25 minutes of Butterfly with you. Now, we will say the 25 non-existent years that this album has been on the planet, it's still my most personal piece of work, I believe. And part of that was that sort of, no pun intended, emancipation from the Walter era. But it did get weird in a lot of ways. Like I was saying, like in the book, there were moments where stuff happened in front of him that just, and other people that just shouldn't have happened. I mean, they were all making money off of me, and there should have been a certain degree of respect. And look, like now, had things like that happen, I'm not saying Walter did anything, but certain things that I, referred to in the book and didn't get fully into, but would not be acceptable today in just in the culture of Me Too and stuff.
There was a scary moment with Tommy that maybe we can guess. You don't detail who was there, but maybe we can now put some dots together. And I think that makes complete sense now that I realize that.
I mean, I'm going to just say the dots could go one way, they could go another way, just to protect myself.